may as well just all give up then, haven't we? Just go and apply to be a contestant on Pointless and win 250 quid for our nanas. So yeah, I made a live stream yesterday, which was something along the lines of it's almost impossible to approach girls in London. And from that live stream, there was some discussion how people were saying, bro, it's not just London, like dating is now difficult everywhere. Like everywhere's fucked. As some guy was talking about the 2008 recession and the cost of living crisis and all this stuff, like blah blah bullshit. So yeah, I just wanted to use this video to send a healthy dose of optimism down your way. And yeah, I just don't want you boys to get entangled into this deliberate pessimism, the negative, the toxicity of negative attitudes and negative beliefs. Towards the end of the live stream, I'm actually going to give you a practical blueprint, what any guy can start doing to dominate the dating arena, right? Because that's all I believe is erring on the side of optimism. Yeah, like when we encounter difficulty, like when the world delivers vicissitudes our way, it's are we gonna cry or are we gonna conquer? Right. So I made a shitload of notes on my laptop because I want to go deep on this one. Doesn't matter if I speak for a little bit longer. Looking a little bit unkempt. I was gonna get a shower before doing this, so my aura, do a little aura check. Aura's feeling good right now, bro. Like went to the gym today. I wasn't planning, so I was coaching my guy yesterday. And I was like, yeah, bro, I'm probably not gonna take a gym membership out this month. And then woke up this morning and I was just ready. I was just ready to train. I just need to lift something heavy. You know, when you just wake up and you're just like, the blood is flowing in the right places. You just wake up and you're like, let's just go penetrate the world. Let's just dominate. So yeah, I found this naughty deal. I got a month gym membership for £10.50, which was mad. Because at some of the other gyms it was like £10 for a day pass. And I got like £10 was like the whole fucking. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, I'm feeling good. I just wanted to document something interesting actually, which happened whilst I was at the gym. It feeds into this slightly. So like I walk into this gym. It was a pretty hardcore gym. Like every single guy in that gym, they were just like fucking juicy as shit. Like the old version of me would have walked in and felt inferior. Yeah, I'd been looking around at every guy who had a better body than me, and it would have crippled me on the inside. It would have detracted from my workout because I was in that scarcity mindset. I was in that negative, pessimistic mindset. But bro, I walked into that gym before I even walked through the doors. I just walked in there feeling like I was the most fuckable man in the room. Like I didn't give a fuck about what anyone else was doing. Like I was operating from that place of wholeness. Yeah, I'm living for an audience of one, and that's just something I've found it's happened. I think the more I've experienced life, maybe the more mature I've become. I'm stopping to put people on pedestals. I used to be really bad for that when I was younger. Like I would see other people, I would see snapshots of other people's lives. Like, if someone was making more money than me, or someone had like some bullshit like bigger shoulders than me, or someone had a prettier girlfriend than me, and I would sink into that person's frame. Yeah, I would pedestalize them. Now it's like I pedestalize myself, but I'm also grateful for the rest of the world. Like I had such a great workout because I was almost like applying pressure to myself, where I was in this environment where everybody else was just on it, and it really made me push harder as well. So it's just interesting how things shift when it really is for me all about the mindset. It's how you're perceiving yourself, how you're perceiving the world around you, and viewing everything as opportunity. I think that's the message for this particular live stream, like viewing everything as opportunity. Yeah, like God is handing you these vicissitudes, yeah, these inevitable challenges in order to see if you're ready for the challenge. That's the way that I perceive it anyway. And yeah, these are just thoughts, and you don't really need to listen to me, but I'm happy that you continue to plug in to the lives. Fuck me, bro. Look at his fucking hair. Okay, let's go into the laptop. I'm gonna take you over. I actually like it when I look a bit unkempt and stuff, because I think authenticity is the greatest currency in the modern world. I think people are just fed up of like just the bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Just like I just think that when I'm speaking to you on this phone, it feels like we're on the FaceTime. Everything is like super real, and I think I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like people just appreciate that, just the authentic stuff. Like I've got a fucking pillow in my hand. Shit, look how many water bottles are over there, man. This is the artist studio, man. This is a life of an artist. Anyway, right, keep myself on track. Right, said that bit. Okay, so yeah, I see a lot of this stuff online, right? Decline of the West, modern dating is fucked. It's over for average guys. Like this is such a common mantra which gets spewed. Like, oh, it's over for average guys. Like, yeah, too fucking right, bro. Too fucking right. It should be over for average guys. Like, you shouldn't get anything in this world for being average. Maybe you get a job at Sainsbury's, and I can say that because I used to work in a supermarket. I used to stack shelves in Iceland supermarket. I used to help people locate the turkey dinosaurs on aisle 6. And it's like, even my mindset back then, like I always knew I was destined for great things. I just viewed that as a natural rite of passage. You know, like God was testing me to see, like, right, you little prick, I'm gonna put you in the grottiest place possible, Iceland, barrowing furnace. Let's see if you can actually make it. You know, so just viewing opportunity. Anyway, tangent. But yeah, the whole, like, dating's over for average guys. The solution, my friend, is just to stop being average, right? Like, stop settling for a life of mediocrity. Stop dancing to the music of the masses and being constrained by the shackles of society. Like, dude, we get one shot at this life, right? And you just want to piss your time away complaining, having this negative attitude. It's not even just negative attitude towards dating. It's just like the way you do anything is the way you do everything. And it was that stoic philosophy where it's like never complain, not even to yourself. Like, as a quicker example to elucidate this, when I was walking to the gym this morning, it was pissing it down, right? It was pissing it down with rain. And a former version of me would have just got pissed off. Actually, a former version of me probably wouldn't have even gone to the gym, right? I'd have just looked outside, been like, oh, weather's shit, can't train today. Bro, and just this weird thing happened, right? I was walking to the gym. I wanted to get a coffee, so I walked inside this massive Tesco. I got my coffee, left the Tesco, and as I was walking to the gym, like I just got hit with this massive wave of euphoria. Like the caffeine probably has something to do with it, but it was pure acceptance for the moment and excitement for the future. So like I was excited to train at the gym, but like, it was lashing down with rain. I was getting soaked. Just like, just not like not an ideal situation. But like in that 10-minute walk, I felt like truly jubilant. I don't even know how to explain it. And it's like it's the whole like throw me in hell and I'll find a way to enjoy it. Yeah, like when you're walking through hell, keep going, like having a smile on your face. I was just like, bro, I've literally cracked the cheat code of life. Like, I feel unstoppable. And it's such a small thing that most people wouldn't even recognize it. Oh, well, you just walked to the gym and it was rain. But it's like, this is how I perceive the world. Like, everything is an opportunity for growth. Do you understand? And then, like, I'd already felt as though I had this massive pre workout. Like, when I got to the gym, I was feeling whole. I wasn't comparing myself to anybody else. I was living for an audience of one. And I don't know, like it was just fun, like just making the most out of the everyday. Like it's just so cool. Like, okay, I'm walking to Tesco. How can we make this fun? Oh, let's go to the, get a coffee, like just fucking just making these stupid nonsensical. There's like this woman stood at the bus stop. I was just like making these like fictitious narratives, like, oh, she's probably like working for the London cartel, she's gonna go get a space opera and run through fucking Aldi with a spliff in her mouth, whatever. But it's just funny. But anyway, what I wrote was I truly think that to succeed in today's world, you've got to be crazy. You have to have delusional optimism and irrational faith in your own capabilities. Whenever I see or hear any sort of deliberate pessimism, I run from that shit like the plague because it doesn't serve me. So, if someone said to me, Christian, for you to succeed in the modern dating world, you need to become the Ubermensch. I don't know if you're familiar with the Ubermensch. It's like a niche term. Like the Ubermensch is like, let's just refer to the Ubermensch as like the perfect human being, or to quote an earlier quotation from a subscriber from a while back, becoming almost like a Superman. Yeah, someone said to me, Christian, you need to become a Superman in order to get everything that you want in life. Yeah, if someone says to me, right, Christian, You need to be making six figures, which isn't even that much money. Like, come on. If someone says to me, Christian, you need to be making six figures, you need to be confident, you need to be charming, you need to be articulate, you need to be funny, you need to be in great shape, you need to have extraordinary mental health. If someone gave me like a blueprint of things and I perceive difficulty in all these things, like, bro, I'm getting excited by that, right? And like this is really the thing that I need you to understand, because sometimes it's hard for me to articulate my thoughts because like words always fall short. Do you know what I mean? It's like I've got the knowledge in here when I'm attempting to articulate it. Sometimes I feel as though I know I feel like I get it most of the time, but like I want you to start viewing excitement where other people see agony. Yeah, and like this is the problem in the world that we're living in now, especially the online world, where guys just want to, complain and throw the toys out the pram. How now, oh, it's harder than ever. No, it just means you need to become better, right? Charles Darwin, the fucking survival of the species. Yeah, it's not about being the strongest, the smartest, the fittest. It's about being the most adaptable, yeah, being the person who can actually evolve and become the person who he needs to be. Yeah, because you're most likely not the person that you need to be right now, which is fine. Like, I don't think I'm the person that I need to be either, but I'm excited about who I am and I'm excited about where I'm going, like who I'm becoming, yeah, becoming the man that can. And I do advise you as well to write down a mission statement, like write down in as much detail as possible who you actually want to become. Yeah, like that $1 million version of yourself. Like, what does he look like? What habits is he actively doing on a daily basis? What restaurants does he eat at? What hotels does he stay at? What food does he eat? Who the people that he surrounds himself with? What are the decisions that he's making? Like, the more where's he living? How much money is he making? Who's he dating? Like, the more you can articulate this to yourself, and then speak about yourself in the third person as well. Yeah, because when you say things about yourself in the third person, it makes that affirmation stick. And I would say as well, make sure that you're saying things which scare the shit out of you, or you think are provocative, or you feel as though, like, if your mantra sorry, if your visions don't terrify you, then you're not thinking big enough. Yeah, when I come onto these live streams and I openly declare I am the greatest, that I am the best in the world at daytime cold approach, and I feed that back into myself in the third person, like Kristian is the best in the world at daytime cold approach. Kristian is the best in the world to teach daytime cold approach. Kristian is London's #1 day game coach. Kristian can achieve anything that he sets his mind to. Like, when I'm putting this stuff out there into the world, it triggers people. And that's exactly what I want, because there was a comment. So I made this provocative title, like how I became the best in the world at daytime cold approach. I made the point that no one else had actually openly declared themselves as that thing. And one of the guys commented, being like, yeah, the reason that no one has ever openly declared themselves to be the best in the world at anything, or so he says, is because no sane person would do that. Like, no sane person would come online and polarize the masses by openly self-labeling themselves as the best. And I read that and I just laughed, because I'm like, bro, what part of me do you think is sane? Like, that's the way that we succeed in the modern world. It's not about being this individual who's settling for mediocrity, like just being another Sainsbury's 9 to 5 worker. Like, it's about being crazy. Yeah, like that. Like, give me these people. Like, give me the crazy people. Give me the people who are relentless, who are obsessive, who see challenge and see opportunity. Like, give me these people. These are people I want in my life. And like, when I'm making these live streams, when I'm speaking to people, I'm not speaking to 100%. Like, I truly hope that 80% of the people who tune in and like watch this stuff, I truly hope 80% of those people have a passionate distaste towards me. Why? Because I want to polarize, right? I can't be everything to everybody. And I see that's the issue that people make, whether it comes in like business, friendships, dating. People pleasers, like petrified people pleasing pussies who just want to pedestalize other people, who are scared of rocking the boat or pissing people off. Like, when we polarize, we find our people. Yeah, like everyone who I consider a friend, some point or another, I've polarized that person. So it's like, people are either going to fucking detest me or they're going to fucking love me. They're actually going to understand why I say what I say, and they can actually penetrate through it, understand the nuance, and just get on board with the mission. Yeah, like I want those people, like everything that comes out my mouth. You don't have to agree with everything. Like it's stupid to agree with everything someone says, but actually becoming a critical thinker, filtering through your own bullshit mechanism and being like, oh, I understand why Christian's saying that. I appreciate his approach to life. I appreciate his no bullshit attitude. I appreciate him coming online and having these delusions of grandeur, this delusional optimism, this irrational faith in his own abilities. Because why the fuck not? Right? Like, why not? Like, you don't lose anything by believing wholeheartedly in yourself. Like, you lose nothing. Yeah, some people are going to be like, oh, well, this guy's a prick. Like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? Just in his fucking wife beater tank top, just like chatting absolute garbage. It's like, it's just funny though, right? It's funny how people get triggered by things that people say. But anyway, yeah, I do think that, especially in the modern world, you do have to become a bit crazy. You do have to be a bit just like, I would say, I think a good way to describe it is balanced off-centeredness. Yeah, like you don't want to just be that guy who is, super, super polite and, does everything that he's told. He's whipped in his relationship, but it's fine because, life is comfortable. Like, fuck comfort. Like, I don't want realism. I want magic. But anyway, I want to read you some passages of quotes from Jack Kerouac because these are going to really elucidate what I'm saying, and I'm going to give you a practical blueprint in terms of how you can actually succeed with dating in the modern world. So, I'm going to kick off with these quotes because they actually send chills down me. The only people for me are the mad ones, the ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time, the ones who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, burn, burn like fabulous yellow Roman candles, exploding like spiders across the stars, and in the middle you see the blue center light pop and everybody goes, oh. That's what I mean, bro. The only people for me, the mad ones, the ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time. Like, this is the energy that we need to move with. Like, this energy of like being so caught up in our own personal narrative that negative thoughts can't even infiltrate us, right? It's like our cup is so full, all we want to do is give. Like, all we want to do is just have fun and just ride the carousel of life. Like, that's it, right? Like, all this like low IQ, low frequency chatter is coming from people who are bored, who are not achieving what they want to be achieving in life and don't think that they can actually achieve it. So they need to come online and complain in comment section. I'll be like, this guy's arrogant, or this guy's weird, or this guy, whatever the fuck it is. And like, I really just want you boys to use me as an example. Yeah, like 4 years ago, I wasn't the man that I wanted to be. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't worthy. And I appreciate the whole like, well, you can decide if you're worthy. I get that, but I just wasn't. Yeah, I just wasn't. I wasn't the person that I wanted to be 4 years ago when I looked like a turnip, I dressed like a moron, had zero romantic options. I was on £24.82 of universal credit. I was living in that grotty apartment in central Leeds. And I took it upon myself 4 years ago to become the person that I needed to be. Because that's what confidence is, right? Confidence is optimism in the absence of certainty. That's how I define it. Confidence is optimism in the absence of certainty. And that's why I'm saying, like, to succeed in the modern day world, not just with dating, but whatever the fuck it is, you need those delusions of grandeur. You need that delusional optimism. You need to be your own biggest cheerleader because no one else is coming. Like no one else is coming. Like when I was posting these videos 4 years ago, the masses were being like, oh, this guy's ugly. This guy's a 4 out of 10 at best. Why is this guy wasting girls' time by cold approaching them? Like this guy should not be cold approaching. Bro, have you even looked at yourself in the mirror? Like, you look terrible. I'm just like, I'm just accumulating all of this fuck you energy. Yeah, like lesser men would have just crumbled, being like, oh yeah, maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe it's over for me. Maybe it is over for average. No, I was like, no, this is a springboard. I don't want to be average anymore. I don't want to be living in this grotty apartment. I don't want to be on universal credit. I don't want to be an unfuckable turnip. And everything was opportunity, right? Like the feedback that I was getting from the world telling me that I wasn't the man that I needed to be, they confirmed my own sense of self-doubt. And that just sent me off like a fucking rocket, man. Rocket Man, Elton John. But no, do you understand what I'm saying? It's just like accumulating this fuck you energy. Oh, you're ugly. I'll take that. Oh, you're shit. I'll take that. Or if let's say I'm messaging a girl and she ghosts me, or I don't know, a girl flakes on me, right? Like all of these undesirable outcomes. Like most guys get upset about it, and then they'll leave a comment like, "Oh, Kristian, this girl flaked on me. I think dating's getting harder now." And it's like, whenever this shit happens to me, which is often, right? Like I'm playing the same game as everybody else. Like, there's no perfect player in the sexual marketplace. Like everyone gets rejected, everyone gets undesirable outcomes, everyone gets blowouts, but like just something very peculiar happens to me whereby I I use it as a springboard for explosive personal growth, right? So like if I'm messaging a girl and she ghosts me, then my mind immediately perceives that as we've got work to do. That means that we are not this girl's best option. That means we need to evolve more. That means we need to become better, right? So it's like I was um I was listening to this Tony Robbins podcast, and he was explaining that this thing happens to high level athletes when they're basically in the shit. So let's say Tom Brady. Yeah, he used Tom Brady as an example. Like when Tom Brady is in a match and he's losing, let's say his team is down 10-0 or whatever. What happens in these high level athletes is they get this huge surge of testosterone, right? So whilst like the lesser players are like, oh fuck bro, we're 10-0 down, just already just thinking about other things, like they've already mentally checked out. The high level athletes, they get this surge of testosterone where it's like they become motivated by the shit. They're like so bogged down by the bullshit. The only way is up, but it enhances their performance, right? It's almost like this call to action. Yeah, this god level call to action where it's like whoosh, and like it's creating the diamond, isn't it? Out the pressure. And like, it's whatever example, but like it's the same thing like when we're operating in the dating marketplace. Like whenever you have an undesirable outcome, if you're dating a girl, she ignores you, or maybe your girl leaves you for another guy, or I don't know, whatever undesirable outcome you can think of, you catch a girl cheating on you, like whatever it is, it's like I do think the only way forward is radical responsibility. Yeah, like hypergamy wins every time. So if you're not her best option, then, well, she's like you know what I mean? It's like I'm just seeing the game like Torero used to say, like game is amoral. You know what I mean? Like there is no morality attached to any of this. It's like everyone just wants the best deal for themselves, right? The world is motivated by self-interest. It doesn't matter, like fuck your feelings. It doesn't matter, right? It's just how can I become better? Like making that personal commitment to ourselves every single day to become better, to adapt to the new playing field. Yeah, like that's the only way. It's the only way to fucking win. It's not by complaining. It's just getting to work. Like just getting to work and being like, right, okay, I thought I was the guy, but clearly we've still got more work to do. And that should be fun. Yeah, it's this personal project of mastery which extends over a lifetime. Like you're never going to be complete. Like what was it, John Milton? Evil is a knowledge that believes itself complete. And it's nuanced. It's like, yeah, you want to be at a place where you fully like yourself, you love and respect yourself. That's great. But I think just understanding that there's always more work to do, and that should be fun. Just seeing it as that. It is called game for a reason, right? It's a game. And I think I think too many people just taking things a lot more personal than they actually need to be. But let me read you this other passage because this really gives me chills, and it speaks to me. Maybe it'll speak to you, hopefully. Nothing ever happened, so don't worry. It's all like a dream. Everything is ecstasy inside. We just don't know it because of our thinking minds. But in our true blissful essence of mind is known that everything is all right forever and forever and forever. Close your eyes. Let your hands and nerve ends drop. Stop breathing for 3 seconds. Listen to the silence inside the illusion of the world, and you'll remember the lesson you forgot, which was taught in immense milky waste soft cloud, innumerable worlds long ago, and not even at all. It is one vast awakened thing. I call it the golden eternity. It is perfect. We were never really born. We will never really die. It has nothing to do with the imaginary idea of a personal self, other selves, many selves everywhere. Self is only an idea, a mortal idea. That which passes into everything is one thing. It's a dream already ended. There's nothing to be afraid of and nothing to be glad about. I know this from staring at mountains months on end. They never show any expression. They are like empty space. Do you think the emptiness of space will ever crumble away? Mountains will crumble, but the emptiness of space, which is the one universal essence of mind, the vast awakenerhood, empty and awake, will never crumble away because it was never born. Damn, bro, that's so fucking profound. My favorite bit, where is that thing? Listen to the silence inside the illusion of the world. It's like, listen to the silence inside the illusion of the world. It's like, bro, like when you have the zoomed out perspective and you realize that nothing is actually real, like you just look at your hand and you're like, what even is this? Like, we're just spinning around this rock in this like galaxy, and like our problems are so futile. Oh, a girl didn't text me back. Oh, there's a financial crisis. Oh, blah blah bullshit. It's like it doesn't even fucking matter. Like we have this opportunity to be alive, like alive in the flesh right now. And people just want to go complain how dating's got so difficult. It's like just fucking get better, you prick, and enjoy your time on this earth, right? Like enjoy your time on this earth. Because in the end, you won't remember the time you spent working in the office or mowing your lawn. Climb that goddamn mountain. Fucking love that. Jack Kerouac, absolute legend. If I had a dinner party, you'd be invited. Because in the end, you won't remember the time you spent working in the office or mowing your lawn. Climb that goddamn mountain. Love it, man. Fucking love it. All right, what do I think you need to succeed in modern dating? Let's give this I want to give you like a really practical blueprint. 'Cause I appreciate all that stuff was like crazy esoteric, but if you're on that wave, you will have appreciated every second of this live stream. If I was listening to this live stream, I'd be like, fuck yes, this is my guy. This is my guy. Okay, so what do you need to succeed with modern dating? In the modern world. First of all, mindset. Okay, so you need a bulletproof bravado where you believe that no matter what, you can do anything you set your mind to. You don't give a fuck what other people think about you, and you will do whatever it takes to achieve your goals. That's the main thing, right? If there was one thing that I can give you, it's developing this mindset, right? The mindset where you've developed this bulletproof bravado. You don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about you. You're happy to polarize people, to find your people, and you're running towards your goals with irrational faith, irrational confidence. Some would call it delusional optimism, but you don't care because you're so infatuated with your own mission and your own purpose that everything else is just a bonus. It's like, oh, you're not coming on this roller coaster with me. That's fine. I'm going anyway. Yeah, it's just like always being prepared for things to turn to dust. Yeah, always being prepared to walk away, being prepared to cut people out of your life. Like being able to say no to situations, relationships, and people which no longer serve you, like operating from that place of wholeness, like living for an audience of one, and recognizing as well that God's plan is really bigger than our own. Like God's plan is bigger than our own. But I think just having that irrational faith in your own ability, like if you don't believe in yourself, nothing that I say is going to make a shite of difference, right? So you need to have this irrational faith. How do you actually develop that? I think honestly, bro, it's actually getting out and learning through the library of life, like doing difficult things, like just like fucking cold approach, cold water exposure, solo traveling across the world, doing what terrifies you on a daily basis, public speaking, just things which prove your capabilities to handle things. Yeah, the more shit you go through in your life, the more you realize, yeah, I can actually handle shit. Like no matter what, I can handle it. That's the true essence of confidence, right? Like no matter what, I can handle it. Like let the people throw the stones. Like let the chips fall where they may. No matter what, I can handle it. No matter what, I'm going to achieve the things that I want. And it's like, I don't care about all of the things which could inflict on my progress. I'm going to do it all despite it all. And one day I'm going to tell this story to my children and be like, listen, obstacles are illusions, right? Like your limitations are self-imposed hallucinations. So shut the fuck up, get on with it. So mindset, yeah, you need to get your mindset right. If you want to do meditation, mindfulness, maybe having a digital detox, that might be quite useful. Just checking out social media for a little while if you feel as though it's inflicting negatively on your psyche.
then do that. Like, I don't know you personally, so do whatever resonates with you. The second way to succeed with modern dating in the modern world is developing 10 out of 10 social skills. Yeah, like it's the art of communication. That's what it all comes down to. Like actually being able to communicate with the world, like the art of seduction. Like that's all game is, right? Game is learning how to get what we want. And it's not even something that, you could have the most money in the world, you could have the highest perceived status, you could have an amazing body, but like if you still don't know how to communicate yourself, if you still can't go over and talk to that girl who you find attractive, it's like, I use the analogy, it's like working your bollocks off to buy a Lamborghini and then being too scared to drive it. It's learning how to deliver your value to the world. Like that's what game is about. It's like the formula is so simple as well. Become the most fuckable version of yourself and then use game to deliver yourself to the world. Like that's it. That's the blueprint. Become the most fuckable version of yourself and then use game to deliver your value to the world. Except that there's going to be a lot of blowouts. There's going to be a lot of undesirable outcomes. Not every girl's going to want to bang you, and that's absolutely fine. Yeah, it's just going forward regardless and viewing everything as an opportunity. Oh, this girl left me. Oh, this girl ghosted me. Oh, this girl flaked on the date. Great. How can I learn from this? Like, what's the next move? Like, how can I use this as a springboard towards success? Like, that's what it's about. What else did I put? Oh yeah, and then some book recommendations as well. So what I would recommend that you read, these are books that really changed my life, so hopefully they'll change yours. The Art of Seduction, Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power, and How to Win Friends and Influence People. Those books will give you a foundation for your journey into the art of seduction. People always complain about the 48 Laws of Power. For me, it's actually a defense mechanism. It's a book which teaches you how not to get fucked over in the modern world. And I don't know why people cry about it. It's like that's just how the world is, bro. Just either, fucking eat or be eaten, adapt or die. So yeah, 48 Laws of Power, Art of Seduction, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I've got no affiliate links. I'm not going to make 20p off any sales. Those are books which have changed my life and hopefully they'll change yours. And obviously just getting out in the field. Like don't just be the guy who's trying to like read his way towards social mastery. You need to actually get out into the field. I'm not just talking about cold approach, but just putting yourself in uncomfortable social situations. So for you, that might be this week, just sign up to one class that you wouldn't usually go to. So it might be, I really recommend improv. Um, the guy that I'm coaching at the moment, he's doing improv alongside the cold approach, and like his teacher said to him that what improv does is it gives you permission to lose, which I think is a very powerful mindset, especially if you're someone who's got a massively inflated ego. So a lot of the guys who I work with, they are high achievers, right? They are high achievers who they're used to everybody saying yes to them. They're used to getting that ass kissed. They're used to, just making a lot of money, just like being the number one in that industry, like being top dog, being the CEO. And when it comes to learning social skills, cold approach, the art of seduction, it's the ultimate equalizer, right? Especially when they start working with me, because I have this no bullshit attitude. I don't give a fuck who you are in your professional life. When you come and work with me, everyone starts off on an equal footing. I'll tell you what you need to know rather than what you want to hear. That's the fastest way to make progress. Right? You need someone who's just going to give you no bullshit feedback, not someone who's going to tiptoe around you because he's scared of you. No, listen, bro, this is what you need to change. This is what you're good at, and this is what you're shit at. And that's the fastest way to make progress. Is having no bullshit feedback and being surrounded by no bullshit people. And what else did I put? Yeah, XP in the field. So yeah, if you can sign up to an improv class this week, that's like a baptism of fire. You're really learning a lot about yourself when you're putting yourself in front of an audience of people and you're basically saying judge me, bro. The personal growth is immense. That's why for me, doing 10 years as a magician, it really readied me for what I'm doing now, right? I was able to develop that emotional resilience, cold approaching people for magic. Can I show you some magic? No, mate, fuck off. Performing magic around like a city like Liverpool. It's just crazy, man. It's chaotic, it's hectic, but it got me skin in the game. It was Virgil, the Roman poet Virgil, who said, "Blessings on your courage, boy. That's the way to the stars." Yeah, again, just not playing it safe, just investing into the identity of the person who you want to embody. Yeah, improv, it'll feel uncomfortable at first, the same way cold approach feels uncomfortable at first. But to become great at anything, we have to risk not being able to do it. And I think for the majority of people, they're just too scared to they're too scared to start. They're scared to try because they're scared of falling. But it's like, if you're falling forwards, you're falling forwards. So like all this bullshit, like modern day dating is fucked, you know, the decline of the West, everything's difficult. No, you just suck. And your mindset is not right. You're not capable enough, and you're too easily triggered by things. You're a little pansy, a little snowflake, like, oh, girls don't like me. Yeah, because you're probably not fuckable right now. I wasn't 4 years ago. Get over it and get to work. Piece of shit. The third way to um what was I gonna say? The third way to succeed in dating in the modern world. This was an idea which was fed to me by Joseph, who is a member of our network, the Entourage. He made a video recently, which I'm going to share with people. It's to become hybrid, right? So becoming hybrid. So he made this video, which is hybrid equals human. I really love the concept of the video. So I have this term, and it's called violent differentiation, right? So like in the modern world, like in the modern day dating hinterland, we need to be setting ourselves apart, right? Especially if you're living in a hyper competitive city like London. What sets you apart? Like, why would a girl choose to go on a date with you if she is flooded with all of the? Oh, this is another thing that I fucking hate as well. Like, guys just utter the same bullshit. Like, oh, but you know, even if I cold approach a girl now, she's like so flooded with options. Like, she's getting so much dopamine from social media or whatever the dating apps. Bro, first of all, most girls' dating apps are so flooded, they have what's called selection paralysis or option fatigue, where they can't even get through all of them. Like this number that they've got, it just becomes this blob, right? But if you're the guy who can penetrate through all the bullshit, has the balls to go over to this girl, stone cold sober, in person, and you are violently differentiated, this is when you win. This is when you become dangerous, and this is when you become a serious player in the modern day sexual marketplace. It's violent differentiation. So like setting yourself apart. And so let's say, I don't know, let's say you do MMA, you also play the piano, and you speak multiple languages. Like that's fucking cool, man. Do you know what I mean? And it's then using in bro, I'm going like this is like the nuts and bolts here. Like this is me like going super deep. So fucking appreciate this. Like in order to really make violent differentiation work, evidence has the loudest voice. If people don't know, then they don't know. So you want to be using Instagram to leverage your violently differentiated lifestyle. So you go over to a girl, you are this violently differentiated individual, as Joseph would say, you've become hybrid. And when it comes to the close, you close via Instagram. Instagram becomes your landing page, and then she can see that you're the guy who you say you are because you've got pictures of you fighting, of you playing the piano. Maybe you're teaching kids how to speak different languages. It's all documented. Like you only really need 9 photos on your Instagram. Make that profile as compelling as possible. For me, the impression that I want to give off when a girl lands on my Instagram is, who the fuck is this guy? Like you can use my Instagram as an example, if as an example, yeah, if you want to, at Kristian Magician. It's something that I'm building up as well. Like I'm not claiming to be like a Instagram guru, but I've been helping my guys in the Entourage build better Instagrams. So they've been sending their profiles through to me, and I've just been giving them no bullshit feedback. Like this photo needs to go, archive this, get rid of this. Like you need to. Here's like things that you need to focus on to make your Instagram more compelling. But yeah, what sets you apart? I use the example. So in my most fuckable man course, which is completely free before people start crying, like, oh, he's trying to sell courses. Oh, my course is fucking free. I use the example of Christian Grey from 50 Shades. So like most people think that the reason Christian Grey is attractive is because he has money, right? It's not just money. Like just having money, that is not enough to make you arousing. Like there's loads of guys who have money, right? And in my experience, the guys who I work with, rich guys suck with women, which is why they work with me, which is why my typical client is a high achieving, busy city worker. Most rich guys suck with women. Just having money is not enough, right? It's what you do with that money, right? And Yeah, the reason Christian Grey is such a compelling archetype and somebody that I use as like an avatar of inspiration. Like look at the guy. Like he fights, he's well read, he's well dressed, he's well educated, he has this compelling lifestyle, the way that he carries himself. Yeah, he has conviction. The way that he looks at Anna, he's obviously he's into his like BDSM shit. He's just a like the pinnacle, I would say, of hybrid, of being violently differentiated. Like, I could sit down with Christian Grey for 30 minutes and I would just feel like I'm learning so much through osmosis because this guy's actually has actually seen shit. And obviously then there's all like the childhood trauma stuff where it's like, even though he's not like a real person, I get motivated by these fictional characters. I find motivation everywhere, but it's like, right, that guy, I'm going to use that to leverage myself. Or James Bond's another good one as well. Like James Bond is a perfect example of being hybrid or violent, of being violently differentiated. Like James Bond, he has his international lifestyle. He has this sense of amused mastery where he's seen it all, he's done it all, nothing phases him anymore. He has this unflinching steeliness to his gaze. He can defend himself. He's got a different woman in every city. He can, what else can he do? He can probably speak languages as well. He's capable though. Do you know what I mean? Like James Bond is capable. Like he always like gets himself out of sticky situations. What else does he do? What else is James Bond good at? James Bond is basically just good at everything. He's well traveled, he's well dressed, he can articulate himself well, and yeah, nothing phases him. But like, do you understand what I'm saying here? I'm trying to give you like a concrete example so you understand what I'm saying. Like, succeeding in the modern dating world is about becoming hybrid, is about becoming violently differentiated. So therefore, when you've got all these things stacked together, so you can cold approach, you've got 10 out of 10 social skills, and your mindset is on point. So it's like, no matter what, I can handle it. I'm the fucking guy. I can achieve anything that I set my mind to. When I walk into that room, I'm the most fuckable man in there. You tell yourself every single day that you're crushing it. Even if you're not crushing it, you're your biggest cheerleader. You are your biggest fan. Yeah, like no one else is going to give you this sense of optimism. Like it just has to be you bigging yourself up every single day. Like we are crushing it right now. Christian is crushing it. Christian can achieve anything he sets his mind to. Christian is the number one cold approach person on the planet. All this stuff, it all feeds into your sense of self-adoration. And then if people get pissed off by it, just laugh at them because they're sad people. Yeah, create a compelling Instagram, show off your violently differentiated lifestyle. Said that. It's the ultimate landing page. Instagram is just perfect. Again, guys want to complain about, I don't want to make an Instagram because I don't agree with social media, whatever bollocks it is. All it means when someone says I don't want to create an Instagram because insert reason, that's never the reason. All it means is this is going to take work. Right? It's the perceived effort involved which stops 99% of guys from actually starting anything. Right? It's that perceived effort. Yeah, like when I set the intention to do a live stream every single day for the rest of the year, do I want to do it every day? No, but I've set that intention, right? There is perceived effort there. I know that regardless of the way that I feel, I'm showing up for these live streams, right? I don't even know oftentimes if I'm even going to have anything to talk about. But it just happens. Why? Because I've got a rational faith in my own capabilities. I know as soon as I put that live stream on, I'm ready to go, right? I can make it happen. I can talk for hours about anything and it'll just work, right? So it's having that irrational faith in your own capabilities, yeah? And not being castrated when you depict perceived effort. Yeah, there is nothing stopping you right now from starting your Instagram page today, right? Start to create a compelling Instagram profile, get pictures of you with girls, get pictures of you with your friends, get pictures of you pursuing your passions, get a decent follow account on there, create some highlights, create some stories, and then just start becoming more violently differentiated. Like I say, I go over it more in my most fuckable man course, which I'll link below. So yeah, I go deeper there. And then the final way to succeed with modern day dating is actually removing toxic people. Yeah, removing toxic people. Sorry, I'm just going to switch hands. That's quite nice. Probably should have started like this. Removing toxic people. So it doesn't matter how long you've known these people, get rid of them. Right? Like if your personal well-being is being compromised every day because you've got negative people in your life, then you need to cut them off. Like you can't have any hesitation when it comes to getting rid of negative influences in your life. Like even if it's family, right? Even if it's friends who you've known since school, if they're not adding, they're taking away. And I do think a big part of the masculine journey is not actually adding anymore, but removing, like just trimming off the fat. And just like basic stuff as well, like not spending too much time on social media, not watching the fucking news, man. Like the news is designed to scare you. Like there's so many people in my family, like I don't really speak to many people in my family because they just have this very like it's very like small town mentality. Yeah, I was brought up in the Lake District, small town, Barrow-in-Furness, about 60,000 people population. Everyone who lives in Barrow stays in Barrow. Like they all get a job in the submarine factory. I decided that whenever it was 16 years old that I didn't want to do that. Was met with a lot of agitation from my family. Like, what are you talking about? Like, all of our family throughout the generations, everyone has worked in the submarine factory. I piss a lot of people in my family off. Most of my family don't like me because I chose a life less ordinary. Like, I chose to be the black sheep. I chose to live a life beyond the beige. I chose the path of being a magician and pursuing a life less ordinary. But yeah, that small town mentality, they're just all in a little town, not really doing anything with their lives, watching the news, being sucked into just like idle gossip and like world events which literally don't even matter to them in the slightest. Just that low frequency mentality. And people will be like, yeah, but they're your family. But I don't see them as my family. Like I see my family as the guys in my network, the entourage. Like that's my adopted family. Those are the people that I've chosen to be the influencers in my life. Like it's me and my mum, right? That's what my family and my auntie as well. But like me and my mum, like my mum has always been the greatest supporter of me. Like whatever I've wanted to do in my life, she's been there. Yeah, she's been there. She supported me. The rest of them, fuck them. Like whatever. What are we gonna do? Extreme views, probably, but I'm an extreme person, so fuck it. Um, but yeah, surround yourself with winners. Like that really is like you've heard that you're the average of the five people that you spend the most time with. So you want to be auditing your network, like I think like being a curator of content as well. Like obviously you're tuning into these live streams, so you probably see me as a positive influence to some extent. So that's great. But I think just like cutting out the bullshit. Like if you're spending too much time watching Netflix or documentaries about I don't know Archimedes, which don't really add anything to your life, you just think, oh well, I'm just going to burn 2 hours. Like just being ruthless with your time. Like knowing who you are, knowing where you want to be, and then getting rid of the unnecessary, like chewing off the fat. Just like eating the chicken but then leaving the bones. But yeah, I think just removing those toxic influences in your life, like, if you're surrounded with people and they talk down about your dreams, like if you say to them, listen, mate, I want to achieve this, I want to create this, I don't know, this marketing agency, I want to move to Bali and be making like 100K a month, and then like, bro, stay in your lane, know your place, come on, let's go to the pub, you don't need to be doing all this stuff. Like, just get rid of those people, like find better people, because those people are not going to serve you. But yeah, that notion of surrounding yourself with winners. I always use Ephraim actually as an example. So Ephraim is one of my clients. We worked together last year. I now consider him one of my best friends. He's a member of my private network, the Entourage, and me and him have very similar mindsets. Like whenever we're faced with vicissitudes, whenever we're faced with difficulties, our first reaction is, what can we do about this? How can we use this? Like that's what our first reaction is. Like for example, when I went to coach him in Las Vegas and because I didn't have the right paperwork, I got banned from America. It was a high stress situation, bro. I lost a shit ton of money. I was interrogated. I made a video on it. It's like I got banned from the US or whatever it was. Interrogated. It was scary. And I thought, oh, now I'm not going to be able to coach Ephraim. This experience is not going to happen. I explained the situation to him, and he basically said, no, don't worry. He paid like $1,000 to get like an immediate passport. Then he flew over and joined me in Warsaw. Right. And it's like, throw me in hell, I'll find a way to enjoy it. But just like that mindset of like, whenever we're faced with challenges, how can I use this? How can this serve me? Yeah. Deciding deliberate optimism over deliberate pessimism. And yeah, just whenever shit goes south or shit goes sideways, we're just like, okay, how can this serve us? Like, what can we do? How can we use this? Like, it's either gonna go really well or we've got a funny story. Like whenever you're going through shit, it's gonna be a funny story one day. What else did I put? Stop complaining, stop wishing life was easier, and become better. Full stop. That's funny. Yeah, I think I've actually covered everything. Fuck me, that was actually a long live stream. There was something else I was going to say as well. I know I said that. Um, yeah, I think the final thing was just me really talking to the people who I'm talking to. And that importance of polarizing people. Do you know what I mean? Like if everybody likes you, you're not living, you're hiding. Yeah. And just not just being prepared to shake up the status quo. But I think like shaking up your own status quo. Yeah, because if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Like being prepared to do things differently. You know, if what you've been doing up until this point hasn't yielded the results that you want, then it means you need to do different things. Yeah, like this is why I say to you, like if you want to be going on like multiple dates a week, if you want to have more romantic options than you know what to do with, if you want to have a 10 out of 10 body, 10 out of 10 social skills, like you're not going to be able to get it. Like it's impossible for you to get it as you are right now because you'd already have it, right? So that means you need to kill the current version of yourself, go through the baptism of fire, meet your ideal self, and then reverse engineer it. Like, how can I become that guy? Yeah, like how can I become that person who does all of these different things? Because if you could, you'd already be doing it, right? So drop your ego, realize that you're not as good or intelligent or as smart as you think you are right now, and get to work, right? Like just create a list of all the things that you want to do in your life, like write down the steps, like write down everything. Just get clear on it. Do you know what I mean? Like rather than pissing your time away watching back-to-back Netflix specials, actually dedicate that time to yourself, you know? So anyway, this has been a really good live stream. If you have enjoyed it, if you've been here from the start, then just drop it a like, and leave comments as well. Just leave comments because I always like the comments typically trigger the next live stream. So yeah, just leave comments. Like I'm more than happy to have comments which openly disagree with me. If you want to tell me that you don't like me, if you want to tell me that I'm arrogant, I'm a prick, if you want to tell me that you particularly like asparagus with salmon, whatever you want to write in the comments, I'm more than happy to entertain comments. It also just like gives me some sort of like humanization to live streams as well. Do you know what I mean? If you've been listening to this, just drop a comment just so I know you're actually alive, so I'm not just speaking into the ether. I don't enable the live chat because most of the time the shit that comes through is just complete utter nonsense from low IQ people, and I just don't have the time to entertain that bullshit. So yeah, just leave a comment on this live stream if you'd like any topics in the future. Then you can comment here. Or you can DM me on Instagram at Kristian Magician, and I'm more than happy to address people's queries and concerns and just keep dedicating these live streams to you boys. I thought I was going to burp. But yeah, if you are new here, then my name's Kristian, and I travel the world teaching high achievers how to master the art of seduction. I don't have any bullshit courses to sell you, nor am I attempting to funnel you into a $50 a month Discord. I've not got any ebooks to sell you. I run an elite private network called the Entourage, and it's for guys who want to become the greatest seducers on the planet in the fastest possible time. And you're most likely not in a position right now where you're ready to join us, which is why I've put together 2 free online courses which are going to lay the foundations for this journey of masculine excellence. So I've got Conversation Killer, which is my complete cold approach blueprint, teaches you how even the most introverted guys can get started and get results from cold approach. And then I've got my most fuckable man course as well, which teaches you how I became the most fuckable version of myself, how I made more money, built a better body, built a better mindset, built a more fuckable persona. Like everything that I've done in the past 4 years, it's all available for free right now, and I'll place the links below. All right, so the courses, they're completely free, and they are laying the foundations. So by the time we actually meet up in person, you've already got the foundations in place. Like we've already created a bedrock. Does that make sense? I'm just being transparent as possible here. Like I want the right people to come forward, join my network, and have these discussions with me, like one-to-one with the rest of my guys in my network, attend our group coaching calls, travel the world with me, conquer reality. Like that's what this is about. Like I'm polarizing and I'm filtering for my people. But I appreciate that not everybody is ready to join us right now. So get the courses, consume, go out, transmute information into implementation. And then when you are ready to pull the trigger, when you feel as though, you know what, my conversation skills, they're on point. I've become the most fuckable version of myself. I'm ready to elevate. I'm ready to level up. And I'm ready as well to join a community of like-minded guys. Like, actually, I want to connect with my people and I want to do life with those people. Then it's time to join us. Then it's time to join the Entourage, become one of my guys, conquer the world with me, go get Mai Tais in Bangkok. Bangkok, actually, going Bangkok in like 2 weeks. So that's gonna be fucking cool, bro. Not been to Thailand since 2018. And yeah, it's gonna be cool. Looking forward to it. March in Bangkok, like life is cool, bro. You know, living the international lifestyle, get to go where I want, do what I want, with who I want, whenever I want, and it's actually fucking nice. It doesn't happen by luck, it's happened by design. I'm nowhere near the person that I need to be right now. I'm still evolving, I'm still growing, and I'm using this to document my journey, like just documenting that life game journey, showing you what's possible when you've got that ruthless, relentless, another R that I can think of, ruthless, relentless, raspacious. That's not actually a word, but it is now. Raspacious. The ferocity. Yeah, raspacious basically it's like a ferocious commitment. Raspacious. I have to think of the definition for that. That one wasn't very good. Anyway, I'm chatting shit now. But anyway, yeah, all the links for everything are below. Get the free courses, soak them all up. And yeah, I appreciate you for tuning into this. Oh, and I've got a new video dropping this evening as well at 6 p.m. GMT. It's like a new actual video. So enjoy that. Yeah, just fucking yeah. I'm locked in right now. You know, I'm locked in. It's like create train, create train, create train. Just like that's the fucking mantra. Just like fucking skyrocketing everything, bro. Love it. It's cool, innit? That was me slapping my thigh. Right, love you.